So when it comes to the Boruto series, there are definitely many interesting characters that we have seen so far. Characters such as Kawaki, Jigen, Momoshiki, and the rest of the Kara organization have been pretty enjoyable to watch in the Boruto anime and manga so far. But I think there is no other character more interesting than the character of Amado. In my opinion, I think he is the best Kara member, not because of how strong he is in battle, but the lore and facts that he brings to the table in the Boruto series. He's not a powerhouse fighter like Jigen or Code, but rather he's just a scientist who has brought so much information into the Boruto series. From his betrayal of the Kara organization to his defection into the Leaf Village, Amado has proven to be one of the better characters in the Boruto series so far by revealing information on the Otsutsuki clan and the Karma Seal, which has set in stone with Boruto's fate, with the current ongoing Otsutsukification reaching at about 80%. Currently, Amado has become a citizen of Konoha, where he is working under Katasuki's supervision in Konoha's research facilities. Amado so far has been one of my favorite characters. I think there is something suspicious about his character. There are definitely some hints in the manga that can definitely allude to Amado's betrayal on both sides, which is why I think Amado is going to betray Naruto and the rest of the Leaf Village, revealing himself as a villain in the future of the Boruto series. This is sort of a crazy theory that I've been thinking about for a while now, so let's get straight to it. Before we get into why I think Amado is going to betray Konoha, let's just talk about how genius Amado's betrayal on the Kara organization really was. At the end of Boruto chapter 43 marked the first sign of Amado's betrayal of the Kara organization, alongside with Kashin Koji, who was also conspiring with Amado during this betrayal. In the Boruto anime, Jigen did say that there was a traitor among the inner members of Kara, especially after the airship that was transporting Kawaki crashed. The anime definitely has foreshadowed this traitor very well, and Amado plays it off by telling Jigen that he'll hunt down the traitor when in fact he is the traitor himself. We do know that the person who crashed the airship that was transporting Kawaki was Kashin Koji, and in that airship there was data that Konohamaru extracted that helped track down information on Kara, which did include coordinates to the Otsutsuki dimension. In the latest Boruto episode 201, the intel that Konohamaru found in the airship also had coordinates to a certain location that can only be accessed via space-time ninjutsu. This location, of course, is the Otsutsuki dimension, where we see Sasuke explore where Kara is holding the Tentails. In the episode, Sai does tell Shikamaru that these coordinates seem to be put there by someone blatantly screaming, "Read me," and the person that put those coordinates on the airship was of course your boy Amado. He purposely wanted Konoha to learn about Jigen and the connection that Kara has to the Otsutsuki clan and that they hold the Tentails. In the Boruto manga, it hasn't been that obvious that there is a traitor, but after Jigen slaughters Naruto and Sasuke, Amado and Kashin Koji begin their full-on betrayal on the Kara organization. Amado first heads to the Leaf Village asking for protection, while Kashin Koji meets Jigen where he tries to kill him. We do know that in Boruto chapter 45 that Kashin Koji does tell Jigen that he was created to kill someone like him. And of course that person who created Kashin Koji is Amado himself. Amado has created many cyborgs for Kara, and in fact some of them even surpassed Jigen in terms of power. Eventually Jigen did catch on to these cyborgs and ordered Amado to have them disposed of. This is where Amado created someone like Kashin Koji, who is nowhere near the power of Jigen but is enough to take him down when the time comes, which explains why Kashin Koji was able to kill Jigen, who was at about 10% power at the time, since he still was recovering from his fight against Naruto and Sasuke. Amado at this point has defected into Konoha, telling Naruto about the Otsutsuki clan and how the Karma Seal works. Eventually Amado tells Naruto and Sasuke how to kill an Otsutsuki, which is Amado's current plan, which is to take down Ishiki Otsutsuki. After Ishiki revived himself through Jigen's body, he beat Kashin Koji quite easily and left for Konoha to give Kawaki the Karma Seal. And this is where we got Naruto, Sasuke, and Boruto versus Ishiki. And during this battle, I do want to highlight how calm Amado is. Everyone around him seems so worried about the outcome of this fight, because if Ishiki does indeed give Kawaki the Karma Seal, the world is doomed. However, Amado seems very calm in the current situation and states that it's not about beating Ishiki, but to have his life force run out. Amado had planned his entire betrayal on Ishiki from the start and doesn't even seem bothered by the chance that Naruto and Sasuke could die against Ishiki, since his plan seems so calculated. However, there was one thing that would seem like a miscalculation, or so I would say, and that is Kawaki being teleported to the battlefield. At that point, Amado started start to look very worried, and after the battle against Ishiki ended, Amado begins to mutter to himself as if he's very worried about something that has gone wrong in his plan, specifically about Kawaki, because during the battle that was ongoing against Ishiki, Amado was very calm, cool, and collected. Even Kawaki doesn't understand how Amado is able to stay this calm, but the second Kawaki was teleported onto the battlefield, Amado begins to have a very troublesome look and begins to talk to himself. And after the battle against Ishiki finished and the boys return to Konoha, the first thing that Amado asks is for how is Kawaki doing. Once Amado is told that Kawaki is safe and sound, there seems to be a sense of relief on his face as if he needs Kawaki to be done for something. The reason why I'm saying that Amado needs Kawaki for something, as in the next chapter in Boruto chapter 56, after Kawaki gets a new arm from Amado, Amado tries to tell Kawaki something but suddenly changes his mind. He says, no, never mind, let's just do it next time. Kawaki thinks nothing of it, but it definitely is raising my suspicion on what Amado is trying to do. It may seem like nothing but Amado just simply worrying about Kawaki, but if Kishimoto were to have Amado make this betrayal on Konoha, I do see Amado manipulating Kawaki and convincing him to join his side. Currently in the Boruto manga, Kawaki is training with the rest of his team, and with him not having the Karma Seal anymore, Kawaki is definitely yearning for more power in order to protect Naruto. In Boruto chapter 51, Amado even asks Kawaki, is it powerlessness that's irritating you, or grief over losing the karma? We do know that right now that Kawaki is desperate to gain power in order to protect Naruto, so at this point I could definitely see Amado potentially giving Kawaki more power. When Amado was still a part of the Kara organization, he was helping out with Jigen with the testing of the perfect vessel. In these experiments, Jigen would implant his karma onto the test subjects to see if they're compatible or not. However, now that Jigen is dead, there's no one to be tested for the Karma Seal, so if Amado somehow still has access to give the karma, it would definitely be given to Kawaki. We do know that Kawaki is a perfect vessel, so giving a Karma Seal to him wouldn't be a problem at all. And the thing is, with Amado, he's basically playing both sides of the coin. First by conspiring with Kashin Koji and the Leaf to take down Ishiki, and then after joining the Leaf Village, he's going to use Konoha to his advantage to make his betrayal after. I do see Amado manipulating Kawaki if he were to go down this route. However, the only problem I have with this is that we don't know Amado's true motive. It's still not clear on what he actually wants to do, and Amado may not want to generally be a part of Konoha, but to deceive them later on in the future. Right now, Amado has served to be a very resourceful person to Konoha, as he was able to provide the Leaf Village about the old Sasuke clan, 10 Tails, and how the Karma Seal process works. Not only that, he has provided pills to Boruto so it can slow down the old Sasuke-fication process on Boruto's Karma Seal. In Boruto chapter 57, Naruto tells the 5 Kage that he still has his doubts on whether to trust Amado or not. What I'm trying to say here is that Amado is definitely trying to gain the trust of everyone in Konoha by providing vital information, which he has done so far. Right now, Konoha is trusting his judgment and really hasn't been questioning his true motives. They're sort of following what he says almost blindly because they don't even know much about the old Sasuke clan, and Amado seems to know everything about them. And once Konoha has trusted Amado enough, I do see Amado pulling the ultimate betrayal. I don't know how he will really do it because we don't know his true motives, but it's very possible that he can use Konoha to his advantage so he could reveal whatever he's been truly plotting. On the basis that he is a villain, Amado's plan has been truly genius so far. He first planned to take out Ishiki, and then after, Naruto and Sasuke both lost their main sources of power, with Naruto losing Kurama and Sasuke losing his Rinnegan. Of course, that sounds way too convenient, but Amado definitely is a very big brain character. Of course, other factors came into play, such as Kurama making the sacrifice to use Baryon mode and Momoshiki stabbing Sasuke's Rinnegan. Amado may not have calculated these moves from these other characters, but I do think he was planning to have Naruto, Sasuke, and Ishiki all to be killed in their battle against each other. He knew that the boys didn't have enough power to take down Ishiki, but they just needed to hold him enough for his life force to run out, with Ishiki trying to kill all of them in battle. And now that the battle is over between them, both sides are either dead or heavily depowered, which could lead to Amado attacking. Now, that is one theory that I have with Amado, but here's another one that could potentially happen. Let's not forget, there is Ida and Code that come into play with this, since they're both cyborgs created by Amado himself. Here's the thing with Code and Ida, they're both stronger than Jigen in terms of power, when Code doesn't have the limiters on, of course, and I could see Amado using the two of them to his advantage whenever he does make his betrayal on Konoha. Naruto and Sasuke currently are not remotely close in terms of power to take these two on, so it wouldn't be a close battle if Naruto and Sasuke were to fight Code and Ida. With Code and Ida right now, their objectives are pretty simple. For Code, it's to kill Naruto, Sasuke, and Amado, and then feed Boruto or Kawaki to the 10 Tails after harvesting a chakra fruit. For Ida, she wants to find a true lover like Kawaki. This is where I see Amado coming into play, where he will team up with both Code and Ida during his betrayal. But the problem with this is that Code wants to kill Amado in revenge for Ishiki's death. However, I do see Ida stopping Code from doing so, since she already has Code fallen in love with her due to her allure ability and convincing Code not to kill Amado. From here on out, it's very possible for Code and Ida to invade the Leaf Village eventually, whether it happens before or after the time skip, where they actually capture Amado. But the catch is that Amado could voluntarily join the two of them as if he knew that they were coming. Think of this like Aizen from in Bleach, calculating his betrayal 15 steps of everyone. Instead of faking his death like Aizen did, Amado would still be alive but make that same betrayal and join up with the likes of Code and Ida, creating this sort of new Kara organization. In Boruto episode 200, Boro did mention that there are many other people that can fill in the ranks for the inner members of Kara, as we do know that there were other cyborgs stored away from Jigen's grasp. And also Delta is currently turned off, so Amado could potentially turn her back on whenever he wants to. So essentially making a new version of Kara consisting of Amado, Code, Ida, and potentially Delta. I know this may not actually happen, but my dream scenario of Amado's betrayal would be Amado leaving Konoha while fooling Naruto and the rest of the Leaf Village by revealing himself as a villain, changing his entire appearance just like how Aizen did in Bleach. I know this may sound like a ripoff scene from Bleach, but still, to this day, this scene right here from Bleach is still one of my favorite plot twists in all of anime when it comes to revealing a villain. Playing 4D chess while the opposition is playing checkers has been one of my favorite concepts in anime and manga, so it definitely would be a genius move from Kishimoto to pull off. And as mentioned before, Amado could manipulate Kawaki in a way where he might have the power to give him the Karma Seal again, but that's just headcanon at this point in the story. Like I said, we don't know Amado's true motivations or what he actually is as a person. We don't even know if he's a human at all. You have to remember that Amado is also modified with his eyes being enhanced with scientific ninja tools, so we don't even know Amado's true identity. I will say this, however, for Amado to know this much about the Otsutsuki clan and having the intelligence to create cyborgs that are stronger than Jigen, such as Ida, who has the all-knowing abilities, it is definitely not normal for a human. Even Katasuke took one look at Kawaki and declared that whoever modified his body is an absolute genius. You have to remember, Amado is the one who created all the cyborgs in the Kara organization. Not just Code, not just Ida, he modified every inner member, giving them an insane power boost. Amado could be a cyborg from the future or an Otsutsuki himself. Maybe he's one of the two Otsutsukis that had their tablets destroyed in Boruto chapter 35 when Sasuke was investigating the Otsutsuki dimension. Is he like a rogue Otsutsuki or something? Possibly this Otsutsuki could be using Amado's vessel, just like the same way how Ishiki was using Jigen's body, but we don't really know. And I do want to mention a small point here. When it comes to Amado, if he does go down this villainous route, I do think there is one person that can possibly catch him. I know this is gonna sound kind of crazy, but I do think it's gonna be Sumire. I know people are gonna be like, wait, what? Sumire? What has she done? But there are some scenes in the Boruto manga, especially in the last couple of chapters, where they do show Amado where he's been muttering to himself, and Sumire seems to catch on. She seems to notice, and this isn't shown once, it's shown multiple times. I think it's shown about 3 or 4 times in the manga. Thing is, with Ikemoto, he definitely left her on purpose. It's sort of like this show not tell. They definitely do want to show you that there's definitely something up with Amado, and I do feel like Sumire may catch on. I feel like Sumire may discover that Amado is a villain, since she is somewhat noticing that Amado is talking to himself, muttering to himself. I do think that if Amado were supposed to go down this route, Sumire might definitely be the first person to discover that he's actually plotting something and he's planning to betray Konoha. But let me know what you think about this theory. I guess this is like a multiple theory video, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hoping that Amado is a villain. He is one of my favorite characters in Boruto, and if Kishimoto were to have Amado turn into this like Aizen like character, I'm not gonna lie, Amado may become my favorite character in all the Boruto, man, because Amado is definitely climbing the ranks. Despite not him being a crazy powerhouse fighter, he has given so much information that, like, you know, I gotta respect him, man. I think he's a very good character. There's definitely a lot of potential. This is just basically my crazy theory on Amado. I know some other Boruto content creators out there have talked about him before. I just want to give my thoughts on him because Amado definitely is a very interesting character. So let me know what you think about this theory in the comment section below. Do these theories make sense to you? Do you think it's crazy? Do you actually believe them at all? Do you even think Amado is going to become a villain or just a regular good guy? Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. So if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe, hit the bell as well, and have a good day. Peace.